Oh, there we go. Hi, John. How are you?
Hey, I'm great. How are you, Andrea?
Here we go. Kind of have a feeling it might just be you and me tonight.
Yeah, it's 6:01.
Yeah. So yeah, TJ emailed saying he couldn't come, and I know that Shannon was busy this evening. So
Okay,
yeah, so I guess we could talk about
sure. Yeah,
stuff. All
yeah,
right,
we can get things started. Sure.
cool. Um, let me just pull this agenda open again. So it looks like it's just the Eagle Mountain stuff. Okay, should we officially start?
Yeah, let's start.
Okay. Um, do you have any updates on the Eagle Mountain and Red Mountain easement things?
Yeah, what I can share is that I put together clean copies of the easements
Mhm.
and have shared them with the COG for their review. And
Okay.
so we're waiting to hear back from them about, how they like to move forward.
Yeah. Okay. Well, so that'll be interesting. Um, as far as that trail back there, have you ever been back there?
No, and I've talked to Shannon and we kind of like to put it out there to find some time for us to go.
Yeah,
uh,
do a little.
yeah, go do some sightseeing.
Cool.
But for this, we're just looking at renewal of the easements as they are.
Yeah.
So
Sounds good to me. So both, if they're renewed as they're written or were written, I mean, it says in it that it's an easement for a trail back there. So, I mean, I'm sure probably things are complicated with the COG and the city and all that, but there are trails that are back there. They're a little bit sketchy. If you go back there, just maybe bring another person, because it's a pretty established camping area, and it's
okay,
like full
sure.
on terraces, like that kind
Yeah,
of thing.
yeah,
So um so I mean, my perspective just here, like I think it's cool. It could potentially be access to like Gog and Magog, complicated with Forest Service. I'm sure they have very little interest in uh, doing something like that. But it would be more of a look at like redoing the trailhead to that particular section, even if it was just the lower down section that potentially, it looks like it could maybe a slice of it be on our property. So that's kind of the thing. And I don't know if you have chatted much with Bill Kerner.
oh,
So he was the mayor.
yeah,
He's on lots of the boards and stuff, but
right.
he owns and has given the easements for some of the Red Mountain property.
Okay,
Um, and he's pretty like interested in there being a trail in this section. My thinking is because it potentially prevents some development in that area. So that's kind of what that's at.
okay. Thanks for the background.
Yeah. I mean, and Bill will tell you all about it if you ask him at some point. Um, so I don't really have much more than that, other than it's a project and we probably just need to look at, where the COG comes back with stuff. Like if they're like, nope, sorry, we want to do something different, or
Yeah, yeah. I think they just want a chance to review, and we'll see where it goes from there. So I sent it to them 2 weeks ago, and I sent them again today, just a reminder to take a look at it. So we've
oh,
still got
thank
some
you.
time.
Cool. All right. And then what else can we talk about?
Well,
Train maintenance.
yeah. Yeah, it was, just before this meeting, I was able to take a quick look here at um the maintenance log here. And I mean, it's great to see the work that's been done over the last several years and the trail network. Um,
Mhm.
Do you have anything in particular to discuss for items for 2023 or anything like that?
I think that we have some thoughts and ideas on at least work that, would be appropriate for REMFE and potentially Mile High Youth Corps. So when we want to put money towards that, towards maintenance with that, and then whatever, you guys can do in-house is always fabulous.
Yeah.
Just depends on how thin you're stretched kind of thing.
Yeah. Right now, Seth has resigned his position.
Oh, really?
Mhm.
Okay.
And so our department staff, we're down to about half. Going into the spring season, we've got positions posted right now to replace those open positions, but that'll need to become like a staff priority to go through and kind of just do an analysis of what maintenance needs we see, at least on the trail network.
Yeah.
And then certainly work with you all about what you're seeing as priorities. But I am working on the contract with RIMFE. I'm trying to put that together to, have them on board here. I talked to Mile High Youth Corps, and their availability is a little bit limited this year, but I think once we get RIMFE on board and kind of know generally when their schedule would be, it'd probably be a good fit to have Mile High Youth Corps kind of join in on what RIMFE's doing to help supply some of that technical expertise. So kind of putting together, what that schedule might look like for this year. And so there'll be more to come.
Great. Okay. Have you been in touch with Shanti Toll at all? Has he reached out to you?
No, he hasn't reached out. I of course know Shanti from my time working over in Colorado Springs.
Okay.
I haven't heard from him yet.
So he shot me an email just talking about what his CATS core group wants to work on. So I'm going to forward that to you.
Okay.
Not all of them were Manitou specific, but
Sure.
But yeah, and then I'm going to ask him to reach out to you if that's okay with you.
Yeah, definitely. That'd be great.
Okay. Just in terms of more, people who are willing
More
to do
partners.
Volunteer work is great. So
yeah, definitely. The cats are great.
Yeah. Let's see. So the maintenance thing, it's kind of like, like I would imagine more on like the city side, like you guys can have like a trail maintenance kind of thing in whatever way that works best for you. Seth kind of had taken that trail list, the Intamin trail stuff, and been adding to it. So I want to fully enable you or encourage you or whoever can kind of update that as you guys see.
Oh, yeah.
And then also ask like, what's the best way to, for people to give, their ideas about it. Like we have been using the C-Click
fix.
Is that
that really is the best way. And we're able to kind of generate work orders and track what's happening. So that works well. Once we're staffed up here, and if we, are able to staff up with some folks, that have some expertise, we'll certainly start to put together our priority list, make a, annual list of here's the different projects we'd like to do in-house. Here's some good work that might fit for RIMFE or for Youth Corps or for a group like the Cats, that kind of thing. Okay. So, that's my plan going forward. I've got a couple of our park staff that are going to be going to RIMFE's crew leader training.
Oh, fantastic.
So, that'll give them some skills too. I'm confident that we'll be able to get some good trail work done this year.
Cool. That's great news.
Yeah. And if you, Andrea, or anybody, from OSAC ever want to, go out for a field trip and, take me for a hike and show me the different things that you're seeing, I'm all about getting out on the ground and, putting eyes on stuff. So let me know. Yeah,
that would be great. I was just out on the Intamin, which I was out on this side, the west side, near where I live, but there are some spots where we could probably deal with, water that's just sitting there. And it was kind of like, I should just bring a tool with me next time I come hiking up here. But that generally seems to be the thing here, just
Yeah.
water standing. So,
Yeah.
um,
Yep, I'm familiar with it.
Cool.
I think we'll get some good things done.
Yeah. And I gotta say, like, it's actually in better shape than it has been. So
Yeah.
that's good.
Yeah. Yeah, and I
Yeah.
mean, you can see your maintenance log. I mean, you guys have accomplished some good work.
Yeah. And there's like our Manitou proper trails that we've kind of mostly identified as like the Intamin trails and the Red Mountain Trail and then the Iron Mountain Trail. But then we also have, trails that are here and around town that may not
Yeah.
be specifically purchased with OSAC kind of money, sort of
Mhm.
like the TOPS properties versus
Undesignated trails.
So,
Yeah.
we're still interested in making sure that those things are maintained for, whatever the people that use them, residents and whatnot. But it's just a little bit more of a balancing act in terms of saying like who's in charge kind of thing. So
Right.
some of it's county, some of it's, well, it's all a mix of stuff around here. So
Right.
So I guess just what I want to say is just that we care about those and want to help work towards those, just maybe not directly pay for it, I guess is how it
Sure.
shakes out. I don't know.
It'd be really helpful to just get
Mhm.
some idea of, what's out there, what's the baseline, get things mapped, understand where property
Mhm.
lines, where
Yeah,
things are at,
and it's
right?
all
I don't know if that, where that's at, right? But that's something that we could be able to, prioritize as a project. Really just
yeah.
trying to understand what baseline conditions are, right?
Mhm.
So,
Yeah, and that's kind of the thing too, is like the property ownership is always, I don't know, it seems to come up every like couple of years. People be like, oh, surprise, this corner of this trail is actually on this person's
this is what
property
we
or
found out.
something.
Yeah.
Mhm. So
Okay.
yeah, just continuing to work on that and then keeping track of the easements, like
Mhm.
we don't have them. Like
Yeah.
I have some documents that I save, but I don't know. It seems like over the years, it's just been things that get lost.
Okay.
So
More things to track down.
yeah. And having people in place and
Right.
that's a good start.
Yeah.
Trying to think if I have anything else right now. I don't think I do. So
Okay.
do you have any thoughts right now?
No, I mean, nothing beyond what we touched on. So, I think that's it for me today.
Cool. Well, thank you for connecting with Rimfy and doing that
Yeah.
work. And
Yeah.
yeah, and if you need stuff from me or from other committee people, just reach out.
Yeah, of course. Yep.
Um,
There'll be more ahead. So, yeah, I think we've got some starting points and, getting Rimfy and getting staff back on here. It's going to be helpful to, prioritize trail projects for the year.
cool. All right.
Okay. Well, thanks.
Yeah, thank you.
A quick meeting.
Yeah, easy peasy. All right. Well, we will see you, I guess, in a month.
Yep. Well, yep.
Or
See you next
whatever.
time.
Okay. Bye, John.
Okay. Bye. Have a good night.
You too.